Plumbers videos, dangerous boiler, Leeds Plumber. My name's Alan Hart, and in today's video, this video's been sent in from a plumber in Leeds, and it's a boiler that's been badly installed. It's a Vicera combi boiler. So what we're going to do in this video, I'm going to show you the clip, and then after that I'm going to look at what faults I can see from the video, and then I'm going to get us books out, get us Viper books, get us have a look at the installation instructions, and we'll try and go through some of the faults. So hopefully this will be a really good video for any of the new trainees into the industry, so that you can have a look at what the faults are and how to do it correctly, if you like. Yeah, without further ado, let's have a look at this video. This is old water heater. He told me I'd left it in just in case the new boiler breaks down. That is the condensator. Also goes up to the kitchen. As you can see, catches on the door. Blow off. That's the condensator. It's actually going miles uphill. As you can hear. Nothing fixed. Bit of cardboard in there to keep it packed up. I actually told the customer that new boilers are louder than old ones, but you can see why it's loud. As you can see, nothing actually supporting this half a brick, and it is also loose. The fixings, if you could call them that. Casing not screwed in. No magnetic filter. Shocking pipe work. The old job's just crap, in all fairness. Well, hot water. This only went in about 2 or 3 months ago.
it's actually a 25 kilowatt. It's unregistered, and this is a 4-bedroomed house, 1 bathroom. So as you can see, it's set to max.
Thank you very much for that video. If you haven't done so already, please add a comment below. If you can't think about anything to say, just put Vicera or badly installed Vicera, or just put anything. It really helps with the videos. Also, if possible, if you could put a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. Again, it helps with the video. What we're going to do now, I'm going to go through the different faults that I've seen on this. It's not my job, I've not been out to job, so I'm just going by what I can see on the video. But again, if you could put any comments below and let me see, you put what faults you can see as well, and hopefully this will help any of the new trainees that are coming into the industry, or even some people that's been doing it a while, that you know that maybe the standards could do with improving. Every day, as I'll always say, every day is a school day, and every day I'm learning as well. So it's not that I'm better than anybody else, because that's not true. All it is between us, hopefully we can all help raise the standards. And yeah, so first of all, I'm going to have a look at filter. And you won't put old engine oil in a new car. So in my opinion, why wouldn't you flush the system and then fit a filter afterwards? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through them faults. So hopefully by now you've put loads of comments below without faults, and then now I'm going to go through the faults and have a look in Viper book, have a look in installation instructions as well. And one thing to point out as well, if you are a gas safe registered engineer, or if you're a trainee and you work alongside a gas safe registered engineer, Vicera, they actually do some online training on how to install the boilers, how to set up the controls, etc. So I would very, very strongly advise you to go and do that. Personally, in my opinion, any boilers that you're going to install, I would advise you to go on training courses for them with the manufacturers. Obviously, at the minute, we're a little bit restricted because of COVID, but whichever brand, any brand at all, whatever the brand is, go on the training and learn about the boilers, and then you can install them better. Without further ado, let's get into these faults. Let's go inside. Let's go to the restricted area. And first thing we can notice is that the condensate, the waste pipe, is falling the wrong way. Also, it's not supported. Also, the tube that comes from the condensate pump as well. Normally, I'd put that inside some overflow or something like that to protect it. If we have a look at the pipe that comes up, the gas pipe there, the open end, normally if you've got an open end, you should put a cap on it or remove the pipe work totally. Obviously when we look at the pipe work, there's lots of things wrong with it. So lagging is one thing, wires onto gas pipe there as well, by the looks of it. Pipe's not supported. Pipe falling wrong way on condensate, so that'll have water in. That could, a good chance that'll freeze in winter, because this is a really cold area. If we have a look at the filling loop, that's not the correct style of filling loop. It's not RAS approved. It needs to have the non-return valve on the cold water part of it. If you look in the installation instructions, it tells you and shows you a diagram of the filling loop and how it should be connected. There's not much to say about this pipe work here. This is just yeah. Please put a comment below. Let me know what you think to this pipe work. Obviously there's no clips, it's not supported at all. It's banging and clanging, customers hearing it banging. They think that it's a noisy boiler. And then obviously this timber above as well, that's not supported. So it's just a terrible install really. So I'd really appreciate some feedback below. Let me know what you think to this type of install. And these videos are not about finding companies' work and slagging them off. That's not what it's about at all. If you send me videos in and they are from a company, I'm not going to start saying who the company is, because it's not about that. This channel is to help to raise the standards and show bad work so that people look at it and think, oof, that's shocking that. They can read comments below, and if they're doing work like that, then they might think, well, you know what, yeah, we should do this and we should do that. So hopefully this helps to improve standards in the industry, and also as well to stop customers going for DIY or doing jobs that don't comply. Obviously, that boiler that's been installed, it doesn't stand a chance really. There's a good chance it's not being flushed. I don't know that, but there's a good chance it's not being flushed. There's no filter on it, so I've installed filters on almost every job I've installed for the last over 10 years. Long time ago. But yeah, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pass it over to Elliot. Elliot's got a few words of wisdom for us. So he's got a few videos that he's sent in. So yeah, let's go over to Elliot.
Hello again. Just following on from the last little video I sent Alan about the Valent cable entry points. Don't think you can see that there. Look, there's another one here. This one hasn't been cut, but this one here has. Look. So at some point someone took a cable through there, or thought they would. They've gone through these nice and tight. These two there, grommets. But this one is no longer there. So this boiler is no longer room sealed. I think it's something that a lot of people do miss. We're so interested in checking all the outer seals around the outside here, or make sure they're all in good condition, make sure there's no holes in them, checking the seals on top of the flues are all okay. And I think what many of us forget are the grommets. As soon as the grommets are cut, they're no longer allowing the appliance to be room sealed. I'll get my camera in there a little bit and the focus. I don't think it's going to focus. It's going to have a senior moment, but yeah, just worth bearing in mind, people. Make sure the grommets are good. These aren't expensive to buy. I see a lot of the Ideal range. I've got shed loads of these. They're not expensive to buy. Just keep them on as van stock again. Cheers. Bye-bye. I don't mean to teach you to suck eggs, but just showing you the difference. One with the cutout on it and one without. You can see there's the nipple on the end. If I hold them up together, but there's the difference. And that hole there, because obviously the grommet goes in the bottom of the case here, that hole there is stopping the appliance from being a room sealed appliance, which is what it's designed to be. You may as well just take out a 10mm chunk out the rubber seal on the edge of the framing or whatever boiler you're working on. Again, very inexpensive. If you work, you know what sort of boilers you work on a lot. You know you repeat going to them probably every year in and out, or you know what sort of boilers are in your area. So just carry a little bit of van stock really. Just another quick video about burner seal gaskets on the kebab type heat exchangers. This one here is a little over 1 year old. I fitted it. Boiler's all fine. The heat exchanger's been replaced. In fact, it had new baffles last year. And I thought I'd just check it to see how they do after a year. So, slight bit of cracking here and here. If we turn it over, you can see there's a lot more cracking on there. That's a recognition. These are the ignition electrodes. So you can see how far it can spread. And I honestly think it was about 13 months, certainly not 14 months old. So it's just to give you an awareness of why, if you're not going to take the burner seal out and replace it every year, the importance of sticking your analyzer in, as Alan's shown many times, to check to see if you've got any products combustion passing out through the seal, because that's 1 year's worth. So it will get progressively worse as time goes on, and quicker, I would well imagine. So just the importance really of changing those burner seals and checking them. 1 year's worth down to there. It wouldn't take much to get across to this. You see how close it is there. and that's to a little lug. That little hole there, as it fits on the top, it goes in just to a lug, a fixing lug. So it's not that far off the fixing lug. Before then it would be leaking products combustion. Just a heads up, really. Power to the people. My piece of advice for the day: unless you're going to scratch off the chrome on chrome pipes, I certainly wouldn't recommend using push fit fittings with chrome pipe. And the reason for that is the teeth can't dig in. It's far too shiny on the edge of the chrome, and the teeth can slip off, and in turn obviously the fittings slip off, and then you can end up flooding the joint. So yeah, just word to the wise. For those that don't know this, probably most of the people that are starting up, when you're trying to prove if a pressure relief valve is passing, other than a leak or something else, and it's constantly dark outside, and constantly wet outside, so you can never tell if the PRV is passing, chuck a balloon on the end. That'll give you a great little idea. Give the customer a call in 2 or 3 days, or get them to call you, and see if it's full up or if it's blown off. There we go. Good afternoon, gas chatters. Just a quick one. I've had a few private messages from people actually from Alan, Alan's videos, regarding what sort of van stock do I carry. One thing I definitely do carry, and I'll do these short and sharp clips for everybody, is the cork gasket that sits on these. It's the same on the 105 HEs, the 105s, the 80s, 80HE and the Potsdam equivalent boilers. But there's a small cork gasket that goes in around the glass, and they do often go. You'll see them slip. No matter the ones I go to that have boilers have been serviced, and these are still like that. And you can see this one, I haven't broken any bits off of it. Where's it gone? There we go. I haven't broken any bits off of it. That was what was left in there. So you can see they definitely need replacing. So it's definitely a part that I carry on the van. They're fairly inexpensive. I mean, I've done a board on this boiler, a few other repairs, but viewing window gasket 247435. It's a fairly inexpensive part, but it's definitely something that I do carry, along with loads of other bits for loads of the boilers. But yeah, that cork gasket, definitely one to keep in. Morning guys, just a quick one. The importance of checking flues. So, half-hearted attempt at a bit of a fire stop, but it'll do. I appreciate not all flues are easy to inspect and lots to get into, but okay, the flue's pinned where it needs to be. But there's a lot of joints here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 joints. I mean, the whole thing, look at it. Well, there goes that fire stop plate, if you heard that fall off below, but you got one bracket up there and nothing. This whole thing just swings. So make sure you put some brackets on, guys. It's not hard. Okay guys, this is why it's not good just to analyse your boilers. Take the case off. Holes straight through on the back panels here, the back insulation boards. And you can see the metal back there, and also on these seals, they come off. They wear, especially on these, on the back seas and the Potsdam versions, these boilers with these heat exchangers. So hang on, so you know what you're looking for on these types, especially on those, because these rubber seals here sit down over the rubber seals that seal. I'll try and get that in focus. There we go. Those rubber seals, when this hood comes off the main heat exchanger, and when the sump comes off the main heat exchanger, these rubber seals, that little noggin, sort of, you know, the loose bit at the end of the rubber seal digs in to the rubber on these. You see it imprints there. Get the focus right, but it imprints there, and it wears them through. So another reason, always take off the boiler combustion door and take a look what's going on. Never trust your analyzer entirely. Morning everyone. So a nice simple Worcester service. Wasn't getting some very good readings on the gas valve, rather than just adjusting it. I don't know this one's had a burner seal or not, so thought I'd take the top off, and in good time. It's not gone completely, but you know, is that going to last another 12 months? I'm glad I took it out. Electrode isn't burnt down on the recognition electrode there, so I'll probably just clean these up, but I'll put a new gasket on. And I thought I'd pull the baffles out. I'm glad I did. Stay at that one. Now, so the readings weren't that bad, but rather than adjusting it, I hadn't checked the burner seal, and I hadn't checked it wasn't compromised, and it wasn't when I did my analyzer readings around the edge. The readings were good; they were in. It wasn't passing, obviously. It's not gone all the way through, but it's brittle as anything. But just goes to show, the reading's only slightly out. I probably could have adjusted it on the gas valve, yet the top baffle completely burnt through. So another reason just to don't always trust your analyzer readings. Can you guarantee that's going to last another full 12 months or not? This one's just the normal amount of build-up of scum on it, but yeah. Word to the wise, be bile. Good morning, everyone. So, what are we all doing about condense pipe? This is 1.25 inch. This is on probably about 7 or 8 years old, this build. And this is 1.25 inch coming off the boiler, came down the wall. Massive, great big crack there. Obviously stress lines all over it. If you look inside, see that at the bottom of the screen there, that focuses that line going down the centre, all the way down. So I've had to cut it back and replace it. And this bit here, it was actually just, well, it's completely broken, bar like one bit when I touched it, it just fell apart. So what are you guys doing? Are you still using standard ABS plastics? Are you finding the black glass longer than the white? Is anybody using Volcathene? Now, this isn't something I fitted, but I have had it happen, especially to overflow pipe, on stuff that I fitted 10, 12, 15 years ago. So my question is to you, what are we all doing? Are we just putting it back with what's there? Because I did today. I just put more ABS, a couple of 45s and bits and bobs, and made it there and glued it to high heaven. But what are we all doing? This was obviously showing on the ceiling below where it was leaking. But what is the cure? Is it for us all to start using Volcathene? Is it we need to start fitting neutralizers and change them every year on the annual service? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I'll be interested in your thoughts. Job number 2, 9:30 Friday morning. Can only be a Friday, guys. So, where's the gas meter for the customer? Who happens to be a friend, actually. First time I've been here. It's outside. Well, that's an electrical box, right? So, okay. Slightly odd, but hang on. Something doesn't look right. So there's the old backboard that's been cut and done whatever they want to do, and they've slid this somehow over the top, and it doesn't quite fit, does it? And oh, hang on a minute. Where's the gas lever valve? Yeah, it's in the back there. Look, I'll zoom in. There it is. Try and turn that off in an emergency. Love it. So, I know there are guys out there that don't do standing pressure, working pressure and gas rating. They just do everything at the boiler end. But the importance of having a quick look while you're here. Ciao. Happy Saturday, gas chatters and Alan Hart love team. Wiesman, sister of some good friends of a Sparky, came out to their boiler. They've had a repair done it already, a new plate heat exchanger. They weren't getting hot water, so I've come out today to have a look, and since they had the last plate heat exchanger, they've had a Magna Clean fitted. Excusing the fact this is ropey as hell install. Tis what tis. So I'm yet to do my AD ProTrack water sample, but I think we know what we're going to get. This one's really crusty when I crush it, and on the new plate heat exchanger that's, I believe, 12 months old, there it is, you can see in there we are clogged. So the point of this video is, guys, yes, you may have a plate heat exchanger issue and blockage, but what's the point in throwing one in, a brand spanking in for the customer, if you're not going to clean the system first? Yes, putting that on's great, but that's only going to be able to catch so much, and the dirt's already in the system unless you've cleaned it, and on Wiesmann's and other boilers, unless you've replaced or taken this pipe up, cracked it out and given it a good clean, you're just basically condemning a brand new plate heat exchanger to doom straight away. So when you do find these sort of things, just recommend a flush. Obviously not the customers are going to do it, but these customers would have happily done it should they been given, had they been given the option. Instead, I'm here on a Saturday lunchtime trying to get them back up and running. So yeah, just word to the wise really. Just use a little bit of common sense if you've got any, and if you do it, at least bang a filter in and recommend a manual flush, a power flush, whatever your preferred method is, and just try and keep people happy. Otherwise, you know, they come back to you, they're not happy. They're not happy customers. They don't like what you've done. The fact it's worked for 12 months and it's exactly the same issue. Word to the wise. Ciao.
Thank you very much for them, Elliot. Please never take anything in any of these videos as factual. Always check with the manufacturers, check on servicing requirements, when you should change seals, etc. These videos are just to show you and give you a little bit of guidance, that's all. What I'll do now is I'll pass you over to some more videos that's been sent in, and these are just all random videos that's been sent in by you guys. So if anybody wants to send any videos in, if you can send them in on landscape, I really appreciate that. And as always, I'll add my WhatsApp details below in this video.
How are you tonight, darling?
Who's done that?
Who's that?
Thank you very much to everybody who sent these videos in, and thank you to everybody who watches, supports the channel, likes, shares, comments, etc. If you've got any ideas for any future videos, again, just please put some comments below. And if there's all I can do to help any of the trainees, send me a message. And as I say, I'll try and do videos and try and help you best I can. Yeah, thanks for watching.